Namaste and warm welcome everyone. All of you, please come on camera so that we all can see each other. Anuj Agrawal, Gauri, Diksha Thakur, all of you can come on camera. All right. So once again, we all are meeting for this weekly gathering. And every week, as you all know, we meet for Wednesday weekly satsang with a different topic every week. And the purpose is to understand and go deeper in that topic so that we can find out and deepen our knowledge. So, this is the purpose. And today, as we move forward, we have a beautiful topic, which is love breakups and the search for something deeper. So, as we proceed for this very exciting topic, I would like to open the conversation and understand what does this mean to you. And when we read this topic, love, breakups, and the search for something deeper, then what comes? What do you feel? So take a moment and reflect and write in the chat box. Love, breakup, it's all necessary for one's growth and understanding. Deeper the love, harder the breakup, and greater the learning. All right. Love is an emotion that changes its form with every relation with time. Love provides content and peace. Breakup gives lesson. Breakup gives lesson either to you or the other person. It depends on the situation. Who's taking the lesson? Foundation of this world is love. Parents love, siblings love, lovers love. Love in any form is beautiful. If there is love, there is no breakup. We simply part ways to fulfill responsibilities given by divine. People cross our paths to teach us something or the other. This understanding makes you this understanding makes you stoic. For me, love is a feeling for something we find cute, and breakup is something that happens for two people, most weirdly couples. When something does not make out, anger is a key role in it, and sometimes unmatchment of energies. The search of something deeper is the love yourself. Okay. Love. It's a one-to-one attachment, care, love, affection that we receive from someone who is connected to us emotionally. Breakup. Nothing lasts forever. Change is the only thing that is constant. And our meaning for love changes with age, experience, maturing, and expectation. Everything changes, and so does love. Breakup can happen emotionally, mentally, and physically. Every relationship has a different meaning for love. We all seek love, always, often looking for lack of soul love, unconditional. Okay. All right. So, before we proceed, I'm actually reminded of a, very uh, famous movie, Love Ajkal. In that movie, the actor and the actress, they both decide to do a breakup. And it was not a normal breakup. They actually literally planned for that breakup and they announced a breakup party also. So it depends on us. How do we lead our lives? How do we want to live? And what is the reality in which I'm living? If I'm aware of that reality, that gives me the sense of understanding. So before we proceed for the session, let's take a moment and close your eyes and ask yourself, how do I feel when I think about love? When the word love comes, in my mind, how do I feel? Just check on your emotions, your thoughts, your senses, everything. Once you're done, you can open your eyes and write in the comment. Love to me is eternal fulfillment, a feeling of completion. Okay. Nurtured. When I feel love, there is a warm feeling in the heart and a sense of expansion. It's that feeling where you want to give and do something for others. All right. Now take a moment. I feel uplifted, protected, brings a softer persona inside me, calm and joyful. I feel like sharing this feeling all around. When I close my eyes, I feel that love is something that makes me happy, comfortable, and a feeling that there's something in the world that makes me truly happy. Lack of love, devoid emptiness, space, as it may not feel the same way as always. We connect love with people around us. Only for God, it's pure love. Love makes love make feel good and do something for others. All right. Okay. Now take a moment and close your eyes and think about the word breakup. How do you feel emotionally, mentally? How do your senses behave when the word breakup comes in your mind? Okay. Open your eyes and share your reflections. Absolute despair. When the breakup comes to my mind, I imagine myself being sad and thinking about the good times we had, and my day feels incomplete. Breakup to me is emotionally very heavy and taxing, a drain on energy as if a part of you is torn away. It can be fearful too. Breakup word makes me feel bad. I see nothing, don't feel anything when think of this word. All right. Mentally disturbed, upset, sad, angry, and low frequency, energy emotionally. There's no focus on oneself or in tasks assigned to oneself. Betrayed, low confidence, and self doubt. Go life with no mission, goal, or way of life. All right. So we have seen the difference between these two, love and breakup. When we think love, emotionally, mentally, how we feel, and when the word breakup comes in our mind, how do we feel? I'm at such a peaceful stage of my life where a breakup only means parting ways. It used to be a bloody merry experience for me when I was a teenager, but when your understanding grows, you accept divine intervention. All right, great. So many times, what happens, we don't know what love is. And since we do not know what love is, we do not understand what breakup is. For some people, love is mental. For some people, love is emotional. For some people, it is physical. And for some people, it is not only just an emotion, it is the fragrance of existence itself. जिसको कहें प्रकृति की जो एक सुंदर सुवास है. And when love happens, or rather, I should say, when the cultivation of love arises, then suddenly the whole life becomes very music. Then every breath becomes very poetic, and your whole being transcends. And the same love that gives wings can also break them as well. And many people who think that there is a true love, there is a false love. So there is no such thing as true love or false love. Either you have it or you don't have it. And love does not mean that you want to possess something. Love does not mean that you want to control something. If there is an emotion or feeling to control or possess, then there is a misconception about love, which your mind has created. But those who have understood love in a different way, they always talk about how to avoid pain. Or the question is, can we grow through it? And also, there is a question when I go and meet college students or middle-aged people as well. So they always ask me, why does love hurt so deeply? Because the question is, where is the love? That should be the question. Because the love touches the very core of our being. And that very core of our being, when you just take a pebble and just throw on that core of your being, then a sense of hurt you experience. But that is also an emotion the journey, not the destination. And when it comes to breakup, people think breakup means end. But actually, breakup is not the end, breakup is the beginning. Because if you have that love, then love never ends. But if you have created a relationship out of that love, that probably may end someday. Because the real love is like a tree, it's like a river, it's like an original flower. It's not like a plastic flower. Plastic flowers are permanent. The original flowers are sometimes they bloom and sometimes it's not. And that's perfectly okay. But the other person wants to control, wants to possess. That when we use this word that you are mine, how can you talk with other people? How can you stare at other person? I'm your girlfriend or I'm your boyfriend. I'm sitting next to you. Why are you looking at someone else? So that is a sick mentality because you just let them free. You just make them free. A lover may walk away, but the love that was awakened inside you will always remains. So even if you feel pain, use that pain. Don't run, don't rush, don't escape. Go into it because the pain will purify you and that purification will transcend you. So just ask this question to yourself. When your heart was broken, did you ever sit silently and just watch that pain without blaming, without resisting? Maybe the answer is no. But if you would have done it this way, in that moment, you meet your own truth, you meet your own depth, you meet your own real self. And for some people, like breakup is a tragedy. They continuously cry and they call their friends and say, "Oh my God, what has happened to me?" And the friend must be thinking, "Oh my God, why the person is constantly calling?" ये तो मतलब बड़ी टेंशन की बात हो गई, दोस्त बन गए गलती से, फोन करे जा रहा है वो, मैसेजेस आए जा रहे हैं. And when your friend is not listening, then you blame your friend. You are not listening me. I'm in pain. I'm in tragedy has happened. But breakup is not a tragedy. It is a spiritual invitation. It is an invitation to life, to go beyond dependence, beyond fear, beyond need, to know that love is your nature, not your possession, not your control. And then there is a possibility to go deeper for the inner search. And the purpose of whole inner journey is to go deeper, to search. And always remember, love in its highest form is meditation. Those who are very good meditators, they know what is love. Those who say, I don't know when to meditate, how to meditate, what is meditation, it means they have never experienced love. Vice versa. Those who have experienced the real love, they can only experience the real gem of meditation because they both walk parallelly. It is not like today I love, tomorrow I'll not love. Likewise, today I'll meditate, tomorrow I'll not meditate. You cannot do it like this. It becomes your breath. Have you ever asked yourself, tomorrow I may not breathe. I'm going for a sabbatical, have you ever asked this question to yourself? I want to take the real you. Then you just be. Then you just simply be. And being you is the best experience you have given it to yourself. And then comes a day when you understand that the beloved or the lover you are searching outside in the world, that is actually within you. Outside was only a mirror. And that's why those who have connected with the masters, those who have connected with the supreme or higher power or whatever you may call it, sometimes a moment comes when they see their real face in the master. And in that moment, love happens. And that love is beyond emotions, beyond physical, beyond mental. That is a transcendental state. And that becomes the divinity. Unless love becomes divine, you live a life of a beggar. Only the kings can experience the real love. A beggar has no authority, a beggar has nothing to do with love. So the real beloved is inside. That's why we call it inner journey. The journey was always towards yourself. So the question is, can you sit with yourself lovingly without escaping into someone else's presence? That should be the question. Can you sit with yourself lovingly without escaping into someone else's presence? Take a moment and write down in the comment. Yes, I can be in love with myself. Actually, it's not the matter of saying yes or no because it's not a MCQ or a question answer. It is an inquiry. You don't need to use your mind to answer this. Because when the mind says yes, it means you're using your mind. And when you say, yes, I can do this, yes, I can do that, it means you have asked this question and your mind is responding. And if your mind is responding, then next time your mind may say, no, I want someone. So it is not a question which need your answer. You have to go deeper and just find out. Most of the time, I do not think about sitting with myself lovingly, but when I do it, was able to do that for 30 minutes. Yes, I love solitude and company of my loving thoughts. While solitude is beautiful, company of spiritual people is all the more beautiful. And that's why when lovers meet together, so that divine company is called the Sangha. And when Buddha says Buddham Sharanam Gacchami, Dharmam Sharanam Gacchami, Sangham Sharanam Gacchami, it means the divine lovers are coming together and they are creating a beautiful environment in order to uplift their consciousness as well as the Sangha's consciousness. Being with self is beautiful and loving when I'm truly with myself. And when mind is chattering, then it is difficult to sit with self without getting distracted. And also, when your mind is very loud and chattering, then you forget that moment, and that moment becomes very disturbed. And in that moment, love cannot happen because love is something which is beyond mind. So that state in which your mind stops, your thought stops, everything stops. And then love automatically blooms. It flowers on its own. So that's why those who have known truth, like Rumi, they talk about love. And so as Jesus, they talk about love. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Many people say, I can love my own wife sometimes, but it is very easy for me to love someone else's wife. That is not love. I love my own children, but I cannot love other children. Wife I can love, but children my own. So that is the complication is not love. That's not even complicated love. That is actually, you can say, partiality with yourself. That is bondage. That's not freedom. I'm able to sit down with myself in love, however, I'm looking for validation, approval, company, affection with from someone. Man is a social animal. Being alone sometimes gets maddening. It's not normal mostly. We need a mentor, guardian, lover, partner to be with us as we never lived alone. We can be alone for some time, but mostly we need someone. Okay. All right. So when we need someone, when there is a desire to meet someone, that is because of fear, that is because of incompleteness, and because we have behaved in a certain way where we do not want to be with ourselves, where we do not want to sit with ourselves, we want to sit with someone else. And because we cannot sit with ourselves, we cannot sit with other people as well. We become very restless. Whatever words we speak without thinking, without being mindful. We just speak. and our thoughts, speech and actions, all three becomes disassociated with each other. My love is unconditional devotion extended towards all loved ones. I'm content in solitude, but when with broken heart incidents happen, I go numb for long. We like being with ourselves and also in a loving company of others. At times, it's both good. And also, the purpose of this gathering, which we do once in a week, is to know more, to learn more, and to understand ourselves as well as others in order to deepen the connection. When we have a deep connection, then it is very easy for us to understand. Otherwise, most of the time we ask other people to understand me. But do I understand other people? We always see this, but we never see that. So the journey is from here to here. But first, it comes to you. So, okay. So anything you wish to share, anything you want to ask, we have 5 to 7 minutes. You may simply raise your hands and we'll unmute and then we can have a discussion. Vikram. Okay. Yes, you can unmute.
गुरुजी मुझे कुछ एक चीज पूछना है जो अभी
हाँ,
मैं सीख रहा हूँ। इसी बुक है, ठीक है, माइंड कंट्रोल के बारे में है। ठीक है, लाइक लाइक जो भी टेक्निक्स में दिए, मुझे बस एक बार आपसे वो कंफर्म करने की जो चीज उसमें लिखा है वो चीज सही है कि नहीं।
करो करो। पर उससे पहले एक बात बताओ, लास्ट टाइम हमारी बात हुई थी that you will practice. Do you remember?
हाँ
प्रैक्टिस बोला
You
था।
remember that practice or not?
हाँ हाँ, ओके टू नॉट बी ओके। प्रैक्टिस मैंने तो नहीं किया, पर लेकिन जब भी
क्या?
थोड़ा सा वो बोलते नहीं किया, पर लेकिन लाइक जब भी मेरा थोड़ा सा डर था तो मैंने हमेशा मैं ये चीज कहती हूँ इट्स ओके टू नॉट बी ओके, इसलिए थोड़ा सा
Good.
गुरुजी गुरुजी इस बुक में दिया है। इस बुक में 4 वेज के बारे में दिया हुआ है, बीटा, अल्फा, थीटा, डेल्टा, जिसमें वो लोग कह रहे हैं कि थीटा और डेल्टा जब हम सोते हैं तब हम रहते हैं, डेल्टा में कुछ भी प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व हो सकते हैं, थीटा क्रिएटिविटी है और अल्फा मेडिटेटिव लेवल ऑफ माइंड है। इसमें ये बोला है कि कह रहे ये सही है, ये कह रहे हैं कि अपने आईज को क्लोज करो, अपने ग्लास को और क्लोज करने वक्त करने लाइक जब आइज को क्लोज
किसको
किए
क्लोज
तो
करो?
अपने
आइस को?
आइज को क्लोज करो और आइज को क्लोज करने वक्त अपने आई बॉल्स को 20 डिग्री ऊपर पहुंचाओ, जिससे आई वेव्स प्रोड्यूस होंगे। और उसके बाद 100 से लेके 1 तक काउंट करो, 2-2 सेकेंड इंटरवल तक, जिससे एल्फा में पहुंच जाओगे और फिर अच्छा लगेगा। क्या ये चीज ट्रू है क्या?
नहीं, ऐसा नहीं होता। जो ये अल्फा स्टेट होती है, चाहे वो अल्फा हो, डेल्टा हो, बीटा हो, गामा हो या थेटा हो, ये मेडिटेशन से ही अचीव हो सकती है. You
इसमें एक
cannot
जगह
do any physical activity, whether it is rotating your eyeballs, whether it is rotating your body movements करने से या इनसे कुछ नहीं होगा. You have to practice meditation, and this should not be the goal to achieve this state or that state in a day, right? So there was a research by Buddhist monk, Tibetan Buddhist monk, those who have meditated for more than 35 to 40 years. वो एक ऐसी स्टेट में पहुंच गए जो उनको नहीं पता था, but that state became very powerful, where manifestation can happen on its own. But remember, for that, your mind has to become very pure. Gradually, the more pure you become, you can land to that state on its own.
Guruji,
Rather than running for a state to achieve, focus on how can I naturally glide on a state without any effort. That should be the focus.
so like my focus would be how can I go on a state without any effort?
Yes. And
How?
for that, you should have a very calm and composed mind. You should have a meditative quality in your lifestyle, where you are living a life which is peaceful, calm, joyful, loving. This should be your personality traits. But again, too much effort will take you away. All right. So naturally, you already have compassion in your heart. Just focus on that quality. Naturally, you have love within you. Just focus on that quality. All right. And try to sit with yourself in a loving, joyful way. That is the best practice to have. Then alpha, delta, beta, gamma, whatever it is, it will come to you. Or rather, you will naturally glide to that state. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, great.
Thank you.
All right. Who's next?
हाँ करते रहो, अपने आप आ जाएगा, है ना? ठीक है।
Okay. Yes, Mridula, you can unmute yourself.
So, when we talk about love and we talk about that love which doesn't want to possess, oftentimes whenever I'm practicing that, it's easier to feel that love and care and compassion for people who are more aligned with us. It's that saying, we like people like us. It's easier to get along. We are on the same frequency. We like the same kind of conversations. And when somebody different comes along, whose work of way is different, they have different beliefs, or they might challenge your thinking, then it becomes a little harder to see things objectively, or forget about seeing that love. Then something starts to block. There is a resistance that comes in. But I have seen you like interact with so many diverse people, from all age groups, from all types, from all different types of personalities, very mild and gentle to very aggressive. But everybody I know experiences that love from you. So how is it that you are able to see different people and everybody feels that positivity and that vibe from you? Um, I would like to get to that same state. So what's the secret?
Actually, I don't see others. I see myself in others. So I treat simply the way I treat myself. So that's a very easy question. So the way I want to be treated, I just treat myself. So whomsoever is in front of me, maybe I don't have anything to give except love. People have so many accumulations, so many things to give. I don't have anything. And If you know me, you know me. I walk empty pockets. So no possessions, nothing. Whatever I have, I can only give that.
So that thing that you're saying, that you see, you don't see the other person, you see yourself in the other person. Can you
And
explain
even
that a
and
little?
even if hypothetically, if we take a situation, and even if a person is behaving in a certain way,
Mhm.
which is creating a negative impact. So let's take an example of corporate world. You better understand that world, maybe more than me. So in that world, if you see people who are calling you friend in front of you, might not feel that friendliness in front of your reportee. And they might discuss something different, which is not what they have told you in a private meeting. And when you get to know all these things, how do you behave? Let's take this situation. So if a person is very mindful, or you can say, when the compassion arises, you simply see that maybe this person is feeling jealous, feeling weak, feeling low, feeling lack of love. And you just let it be. Just let it be. Just let the situation, and mentally just give them love. Mentally just pray for them. May this soul be at peace. Because you can't do anything. If you try to reply in their language, that will spoil your core, that will spoil your nature, that will 24 hours you will think about them. Even while you are sleeping, you are planning some strategies and you are doing some shadyantra, what to do tomorrow morning. I'm just giving this guy a damn lesson, and then let's see what happens. I'll just do this. In the breaks, I'll go to my boss and I'll say, "Oh my God, this guy is creating so much nonsense. What to do?" And you just try to do some whistle blowing, and you know that all that nonsense stuff which happens in the corporate world. And you are actually trying to unknowingly or unconsciously, you are trying to spoil your own true nature, and that is not your dharma.
So I understand this now clearly, because what you're saying is, and oftentimes, and I've done this also, many people, so if somebody is bad mouthing you or talking behind your back, then you want to take action and you want to protect your
Actually,
reputation.
I'll tell you exactly the same thing. Recently, a few months back, I faced, and I got to know something. तो I called that guy और मैंने उससे पूछा, मैं कहा भाई तुम बीमार हो क्या? तो उसने कहा नहीं, मैं तो बिल्कुल ठीक हूँ। मैंने कहा अच्छा, मुझे कहीं से ऐसा सुनने को मिला कि तुम बहुत बीमार हो। तो उसने कहा नहीं, देखिए आप, मैं बिल्कुल ठीक हूँ। मैंने कहा नहीं, जहां से नहीं दिख रहे हो शायद वहां से बीमार हो। तो वहां से थोड़ा सा ठीक हो जाओगे तो बहुत अच्छे लगोगे, वैसे तो बहुत अच्छे लग रहे हो। तो वो सोच में पड़ गया कि क्या कह रहे हैं। देन ही आस्क्ड मी कि आई डिडंट अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट यू आर ट्राइंग टू से। मैंने कहा ओके, sit and I'll make you understand what I'm trying to say. Then I said ki, what is your job? So that gentleman said, my job is to teach. So I asked him कि ऐसे दूषित चित्त से आप कैसे पढ़ाएंगे किसी को? ऐसे दूषित चित्त से आपकी जो शिक्षा निकलेगी, वो कैसी निकलेगी? वो तो बहुत अपवित्र होगी। तो ही सर यार, वो तो अपवित्र होगी। मैंने कहा ऐसी अपवित्रता के साथ आप, अगर आपकी पॉकेट के अंदर मैं बहुत सारा कूड़ा रख दूं, तो आप में से दुर्गंध आएगी कि सुगंध आएगी? उन्होंने कहा दुर्गंध आएगी। तो मैंने कहा ऐसे ही आप में से भी बहुत दुर्गंध आ रही है, ये जो कूड़ा है इसको हटा दो, एंड यू विल बिकम अ ब्यूटीफुल पर्सन विच एक्चुअली यू आर। सो ही टुक अ मोमेंट एंड रिफ्लेक्टेड, ही सेड एक्चुअली बात तो सही है पर मैंने कर दिया ऐसा। एंड हाउ डू यू नो दैट? मैंने कहा फॉरगेट अबाउट हाउ डू आई नो दैट, बिकॉज आई नो एवरीथिंग। सो द क्वेश्चन इज, डू यू नो दिस और नॉट? कहता यस। तो ही सेड सॉरी। So sometimes people are not mindful. And actually, sometimes we should feel very happy that at least there are people who are backbiting. They are not ignoring you. I to take a lot of pride in that. So there are only two things which people can do. Either they can love me or hate me. But the best thing is they are unable to ignore me. So I feel so blessed that how blessed I am. They are unable to ignore me. So at least I might have done something amazing in my life that people are not ignoring me. So enjoy that. Relationship is that relationship is very beautiful. If your relationship with yourself is very stronger, then nobody can create turmoil and chaos in your life. We blame others, but actually we do with ourselves. We do harm to ourselves. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Gauri, you can unmute. How are you feeling today? Just tell me this before you proceed. Same, 1% better, 2% better? Or
I've had constructive days, means functional.
that's very
When
good news, isn't it?
it is. And I think it's Bhagwanji's blessings. And my life is very simple. And that's my dilemma. And I don't know how to proceed.
Actually, that's a blessing if your life is simple. People have so much complications in their life. Being simple is the most beautiful thing in this world.
I know, but that's what probably, I don't know. Probably that is what is causing the frequent and repetition of the same hurt, frequent and repeated. And I'll हम हिंदी में भी थोड़ा सा, can I mix Hindi and
जी
English?
जी बिल्कुल बिल्कुल बोलिए, हिंदी भी बोलता हूँ मैं.
So this is elderly of my family who are nearing 80 years of age and older, 80, 83, between 75 to 83. And then I have to collaborate, cooperate with them to achieve something which affects my siblings as well, whom I really love more than anything. And now each one of us has different life experiences, and of course, as you were explaining, different outlook, behavior, responses. And I have unfortunately, I feel I have the capacity to still be compassionate when I know and I understand all of it. And it's okay. And I pray for, हम रोज प्रार्थना हर समय जब करते हैं, so I start with me and my husband and my each siblings, and then everybody's dear ones with family, and then हम सबके कुलों मतलब कुल खानदान means not just my own fathers, but दो कुल होते हैं, कुलों खानदानों
के लिए करते हैं.
लेके एंड तक कि देश की सेना और पशु पक्षी सबके लिए करते हैं. So when I'm praying for, and one lesson has guided me few years ago, probably the only lesson that my father gave me ever. He sat me down and he twice repeated in different days, Sakshi bano. बस और कुछ नहीं, बस साक्षी बनो.
ये
And
तो
I
बहुत
didn't
बात है. This is true.
quite understand it because I was protective towards him. And now, of course, I feel obligated due to circumstances of my siblings. I feel obligated to be be there for them and protect their interests. And of course, everybody's perspective is different. But when in my complete, most simple, most innocent love and compassionate way, I give optional solutions or one solution. I, it is most often misunderstood because what I feel, something simple and innocent or basic honesty encounters absolute big bag of trust deficit. It's never taken on its face value. And then, of course, different people, different persons, including my siblings, which know their love and their compassion and never ends, never goes down, up or down. There's no anger. And the other side, the elderly in the family, it's fine. My father knew it, but regardless of that, I pray for them too. I pray to Hanuman ji and say, बल बुद्धि विद्या दीजिए, सब लोग हम सब के लिए हितकारी सौभाग्यशाली कार्य करें. अनहित किसी का ना हमसे हो ना किसी और से हो, अन्याय नहीं हो. बस, और सब छोड़ दिया, समर्पित है. जब समर्पण कर दिए हैं ईश्वर पे, तो समर्पित है. हम बस करता है, वो करता है, हम निमित्त है. And that is what, but this encounter, when I take that and my interaction is a very simple, straightforward way always, but it's so innocent and so simple and so honest that is actually unbelievable, and it doesn't get the trust or the attention, and in fact it gets a bit of abuse and cruelty. And the task that would needs to be done as a teamwork hasn't moved forward in last 5 years a bit. It's at point zero. So, but in the process, when I encounter these repeated, I know कि हमारा, and I don't get angry with the hurt that I get the moment I get, or 10 days after, or 10
You're a
months.
very compassionate being.
So I understand the perspective and the mannerism, the behavior, the psyche and everything. I have the capacity. So for me, हम देख रहे हैं. But earlier I had the capacity to process my grief. My hurt is
So,
not hurt.
in today's session,
So उसको कैसे, question to you is, how do I resolve that? I'm loving with pure innocence and I'm behaving that way. But in the process, I'm only encountering repeated and frequent.
so as you mentioned, you yourself answered this. Okay, being witness is actually being truthful to yourself. जब स्वयं के दृष्टा बन जाते हैं हम, तो फिर हमें बहुत ज्यादा हर चीज के बारे में विचार करने की आवश्यकता नहीं होती. पर प्रश्न ये है कि दृष्टा की बात करते करते, निमित्त हैं हम कार्य में, इसकी बात करते करते हम उस कार्य में पूरी तरह से अपने मस्तिष्क का उपयोग करके पूर्ण रूप से उसके अंदर एकत्व का भाव पैदा कर देते हैं, और उस एकत्व का भाव पैदा करते ही शांति नहीं आती, अपितु भीतर एक एकाकीपन पैदा हो जाता है, एंड वी फील ग्रेजुअली वेरी लॉस्ट, डिस्पेयर, aloof. So
It's
just
grief.
be witness. This should be the mantra for you. Just be witness. And never talk about grief, because whatever you talk, you attract that energy. You talk about love, the feeling is totally different. You talk about anger, the feeling is totally different.
पहली बार बोल रहे हैं यहाँ पर. I never share.
No, I know this. I know this, of course I know. I'm generally saying, not only for you, for everybody. Because the emotion which you carry in your heart, that will decide the circle, that will decide your energy body, and that will decide your future reality. So your current reality decides your future reality. So how are you in this moment? That should be the beautiful. So just be what you are. Joyful, happy, compassionate, kind. The best adjectives you can give it to yourself, just be that. And I would not say that don't cry, but I would say just transform your tears from despair to divine. This should be the journey. Even if you want to cry, just cry, no problem. I love those who cry, but from despair to divine, that should be the journey.
That is the only solace. And it's जितना देर ध्यान करते ईश्वर का, थोड़ा देर आधा दिन consolation मिलता है, एकदम ठहराव,
And
grounded.
you, how many times a day you hug your husband?
Twice, morning and
Why
when he comes,
twice?
because he goes.
Whenever you feel empty, loose, just go and hug him and just give a nice smile. And even if you don't feel like
No,
smiling, just crack a foolish joke.
touch wood, God bless, ईश्वर की कृपा है. हाँ,
Crack foolish jokes. This existence does not need serious
and
people.
he is a comedian, he's a charmer.
And still you are crying. It means he's not doing his job perfectly.
नहीं, I feel
So
I don't
someday
have.
invite him. We also need some performance. नहीं तो लोगों को लगेगा ये सब ऐसे ही सब सत्संग वगैरह चलता है यहाँ पे, कुछ परफॉर्मेंस नहीं हो रही है. So we all will see that performance. See, this life is to feel joyful. Serious people, I don't know where they will go, but joyful people can actually experience the real spirituality. Those who try to build so much discipline in their life, those who try to become so serious in their life, God has some other plans for them. I'm damn sure.
गुरुजी, हम तो जॉय भी नहीं मांगते हैं, हम बस
ये
संतुष्टि.
मांगना नहीं है, रहना है. मांगना क्या, जब मिला हुआ है उसको कौन मांगता है?
just want
जो
a
मिला हुआ है उसको मांगा नहीं जाता है. दिया हुआ वापस लिया नहीं जाता, और मिला हुआ मांगा नहीं जाता. ठीक है? What's the time in Hong Kong right now?
11:45 almost.
In India it's 9, almost 9:12.
9.
तो स्ट्रेच हो गई आज लंबी मीटिंग हमारी, क्योंकि टॉपिक बहुत डीप है. कुछ
आशीर्वाद.
मैसेज भी आ गया है कि उनकी ऑफिस की मीटिंग्स हैं, बट गुड दैट दे आर स्टिल इन दिस. So all right, great. Diksha is saying thank you. I love today's session. There was good takeaway. I like Satsang's explanation. Diksha, you would like to unmute and say something? We all can hear your voice.
Hi, everybody. I've not spoken yet. This is my second session. And thank you so much. I think it was a divine calling that Guruji approached me through Facebook, and after mild hesitation, we came together, and it's great to meet everybody here. It is great to understand that people are going through various emotions in their lives, and they're trying to solve their own problems. I think love is something that will get you through all the problems. If people around don't love you, seek divine blessings, and immediately or periodically you'll realize that those people who had different feelings towards you, they'll also come on the same frequency, and they'll also start praying and wishing you the best and themselves the best. I think loving
So what was
everybody
the high
around.
point? What was the high point in today's meeting for you?
What was the high?
What was the high point in
Yeah,
today's
I
meeting?
actually noted certain things because I have this habit of writing also when I hear good words. A few sentences that I really loved were: love is fragrance of existence. Then love touches very core of our being, and hence this is the feeling that if we don't get, we feel hurt. Then another was: breakup is a spiritual invitation, so embrace it. And love is your nature, not your possession. Then another sentence that I found great was: love and meditation walk parallelly. Then transcendental stages must be dealt with gracefully. Love has different stages. The feeling transcends, and it's fine to walk with these stages gracefully. I love the session today, actually.
My
Thank you so much.
request, a humble request, that
Thank you, Mridula. It is so nice, meeting you here and listening to your voice. I mean, I heard it twice, one in the previous session and today again. It is so great to meet all of you here.
So after how many
likewise.
years you are
I
listening?
have a request
Voice.
for Diksha. I have a request for Diksha to
Yeah.
put all of the quotations that you just read out. Can
Yeah,
you please
sure.
do that in the group? So
I'll
everybody,
do
because
that.
even I
Yeah.
loved all of those quotes.
Actually, you can click the picture and
Yes.
just share it in the group.
No, it's okay. I can write it right here. No problem.
Not on this,
No,
not
in
on
the
the
WhatsApp group.
Okay, the WhatsApp group. Okay,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that works. I can do that.
This
Yeah.
one will disappear in 2 minutes.
Yeah. So while I was not on camera, I was taking notes actually.
Wow, that's great. So it means you were
Yeah.
sitting on the first bench.
Yeah. I don't know first, middle, or the end, but
I was
yes.
not the one who used to sit on the first bench. My teacher wanted me always to be on the first bench.
Okay, great.
Great.
Thank you so much, everybody.
All right. May you all be happy and blessed.
Thank you.
Or rather,
Thank you
I
so
should
much.
say, may you always be smiling. Always.
Yes.
Thank you.
And
Namaste.
joyous. Thank you so
Bye.
much.
Thank you.